Hey, this is Jesse from DBZFigures.com back with another Dragon Ball SH Figuarts review. This time we're looking at the old school, the OG, my personal holy grail, the Scouter Vegeta. Um, I want to give a big shout out to Tim1317 from DragonBallFigures.com helping me acquire this big bad guy. I was very stoked about him. I already kind of reviewed this when I did the Tong version uh, last year. So I will not be able to compare it to that one because my acquisition of this required trading in that along with some other parts. But yeah, but I'm very happy with this trade. Uh, because I got the Tong one originally because I had no expectations of ever getting this guy because he is pretty expensive. Although the price of this guy did, drop a little bit recently with the brand new Scouter Vegeta 2.0 that's coming out in July. But for now, I still want to get this guy because he is a holy grail for me. Box is very similar to the original one or to the Tong one. I am the strongest in the universe. Why is he saying that? It's over 9,000. Yeah, I don't. Still has the cool pieces, and I was, going to be pretty okay with just the Scouter Vegeta 2.0. It does have many of the same accessories as this one, but this one has the blast effect, and it appears that the new one does not. So that one's uh, and on the very top it says Gallico instead of Galligun, which is what it's called in the U.S. So that's about it for the box. So let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, guys, so here we have Vegeta out of his packaging, and I can definitely tell you that between this and the Tong version, which I was initially pretty uh, satisfied with for what it was, it is definitely holds no candle. It has no comparison to just the amazing quality of this one here, and really happy with how well this figure still holds up. First, before we look at the figure itself, it's going to look at his accessories. He comes with that head and this set of hair, which you might think is exactly the same, and for the most part it is. But there's a little hole right there, which is specifically designed for when you have it attached, putting the scouter in over the face, which we'll show later. Which I'm not sure why they decided to have two different sets of hair for this guy. I mean, it's not like you can even really notice that. Even if you don't have that, if you don't have a face on, but if you have it on, it's almost invisible. So I'm not sure why they decided to include a different hairpiece just for that uh, accessory. He's also got his grinning face, which is my favorite. He comes with his standard stern face. Comes with a yelling face with his fang popping out. You can see that there. And he comes with a kind of exhausted, sweating face here. See, he's got his eyes closed, sweat going out. Also, before the new Super Vegeta came out, this was the only Vegeta figure that came with a set of crossed arms. So it also comes with this. He comes with his one tail piece that is comes wrapped around his waist. Also has one standard, like one tail that can just be coming out. You already saw a scouter. Comes with bunch of different hands. He's got his standard fists, which he has on now. Two like almost Big Bang attack fists. Two gripping hands here. And two more open palmed hands. He's got also a 2-finger death punch finger, and got the regrettably memeful over 9,000 fist broken scouter, which I hate. Never really I cared for how popular that silly meme got. And what I was saying, like before, the new Scouter Vegeta it has this very cool blast effect, where you can set this up. If you choose to have your Vegeta set up like this, make it look like he's shooting a key attack. He also has one other arm. Comes with 3 arms, so you can a clamp right here, so you can have him pose like that on his base. Okay, so let's get into the articulation. Articulation on this guy is really good, even though the armor pieces are in the way. And luckily, good thing about having the official Figuarts version is that these don't pop off very easily. On the Tong version, I noted that these shoulder pieces came off way too easily, to the point where I did not look forward to taking that figure out of the package, because I knew a lot of stuff was going to come off. But that's not the case here. So, see, he's got a ball joint at the top of the neck. Also got a movement on the base of the neck, but it doesn't really do much. These shoulder pieces do move a little bit, but even if you feel like they need to move, you can still get a great range of motion in the shoulders without moving them, because just the way that the ball joint and the shoulder works, it's just really nicely done. Got double hinged elbow, and you see he's got bicep swivel, but those arms are meant to come off. Got hands swivel. Let's see, we've got his waist here. These flaps also move to allow for some easy leg movement. But you see that this Vegeta is notorious for having fairly loose legs. I've seen them be pretty bad. This is not too bad. Like, he can't really hold the leg up position too well, but he has no problem standing on his own. He's got double hinged knee and a foot rocker and toe articulation. So let me show you what I mean. Like, he has no problem standing on his own. Like, I've struggled with getting some figures to stand with more solid joints than this one, and it does say a lot that I'm able to get this figure to stand fairly easily by itself without his stand, even though he does have fairly loose hips. So let's switch out a face. See, like, I mean, you take a face off this one, you see that, focus, there you go, that it doesn't have the hole there. We'll go ahead and take this one off, put this hair piece on. Put it on. Come on. That guy popped off. Hold on a second. There we go. I just had to get a little bit of better position to force it in place. And we'll put on this face here, and Actually, what we'll do is where'd it go? There it is. Put this scatter on, and it's really silly because you can't see the hole at all. You just gotta feel for it, and then just like slide the scatter around behind his ear, and it'll pop in place. You don't see it at all. I don't understand why they felt the need to include a second headpiece without that hole when it's not there's nothing cosmetically wrong with this version here. We'll go ahead and take these arms off, put on his crossed arms, which works a lot better on this one than my old Datong one, and the scouter came out. It's going to look a little bit silly here just for a few minutes while I get the arms in place like that. I think I remember him saying that the main reason why these shoulder pieces are on ball joints are just so they can break away pretty easily and go back on. So we got that going on. So that looks really cool. Here we get his scouter back on. It'll look even better. There we go. I'm not going to really mess around with his tail, just because you don't really see it. It just looks a little bit silly. I think it looks better just with it wrapped around his waist. And of course, we can put this one arm back on, take this hand off, and put this hand on. There we go. Come on, there we go. So, let's take this one off so he doesn't have double scouters. Switch faces so it's a little bit more appropriate. There you go, guys. The one Dragon Ball Z meme that I hate. I never understood why it's so funny to a lot of people, but hey, there you go. Alright, guys, that sums it up. This is a fantastic figure. I do recommend purchasing it, even if you plan on getting the new one that's coming out in July. Speaking of which, pre-orders of that just opened up, and I put the link in the description below. But I do still recommend, if you do not have this figure, getting a hold of it, because it is a really fun figure. Yeah, it's I consider it a holy grail for Vegeta fans, and has a really cool blast effect that is not going to be included on the new one. So it has that going for it. So alright, guys, like I was saying, definitely worth getting if you don't have this guy already, although he did used to be pretty pricey. Price on him is dropping a lot because the new one is coming out, so now's a great time to get a hold of him. You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot, and you can just go ahead and subscribe to me here on YouTube for the latest Dragon Ball news and reviews, and I'll catch you next time.